All right, well, hi everyone. So we're just gonna be doing some Genshin today, which isn't really that unusual because that's what we do a lot of here. But we're gonna do some Genshin. We're gonna be looking at Windtrace. Hopefully, it'll work properly with everything going on. But also, we're gonna be doing some Cyno story quest and stuff, so that should be really fun. Okay, let's see. So let me just hop over to the gameplay. All right. Give it 1 second. I had it on and it doesn't like sitting for a while by itself, so. I don't know how Windtrace is going to work with the stream because co-oping takes a lot of power and space, and with everything else I have going on. But let us take a look here. Oh. Yeah. Well, it's thinking. I had this I have this somewhat of an issue because Baizhu's banner is on, but I have a guaranteed next 5-star, and I kind of wanted to get Sijuin. And the thing is, if I don't roll for Baizhu, I can get Sijuin, and then I can have a good, start for Natlan characters. But if I roll for Baizhu, get him, and then I'm gonna have to. Oh, here we go. He's connecting. That's why I was having issues. Internet things. But if I get Baizhu, I'll still end up probably having 180 for Sijuin together, but then I'll basically have like what 40 fates to go for Natland, which I kind of want to start off on a good foot for Natland, but pardon me, technical difficulties. We have a storm coming in, so that might be why this is having issues. Actually, let's just hop back to chatting for while that's working. But, it'll click in eventually. But yeah, so I'm kind of like, okay, go for Baizhu. Because I have, like, well, it's hard to decide. You know, because it's like I could go for C3 Baizu and still have enough to get Sijuin by the time her banner pops up. But it would kind of end up depending on like how much I would need to use to get Sijuin. Because on one hand, it's like if she requires me to go the whole 180, the only other thing I could think about doing is being like, okay, I'll roll for Baizhu, get his C3, because I am a Baizhu main, it would make sense. You know, but get his C3, and then when Sijuini's banner comes up, I just roll to pity, and if she comes home, great, and if she doesn't, I still have that, I'll have another guarantee, and then I can use the rest when Natlin shows up. So maybe I'll actually do that, because like I want Sijuin, but I'm not like, you know, really, really wanting her. Like, I feel like I might be happier with a C3 Baizu and just being like, I got a C3 Baizu. Isn't that nice? Especially since if this might be his last banner. Um, I know a lot of people were kind of mentioning about like, oh, why is Baizu's banner, you know, why is he getting another banner? And it's like probably because they want to push him to that that wish banner that they did last patch with the whole like, oh, here was Mondstadt, and then they'll just kind of cycle it and be like, oh, here's a Leeway one, and oh, here's an Inazuma one and stuff. So they're just trying to push him over there. And so if that's the case, I kind of want to, you know, get um maybe one or two more of him before then. So yeah, I will do that. Because I feel kind of bad not getting a copy of him on his banner. Because the first banner he had, I got him at C2, and then the second time his banner came around, I actually got his weapon. And so I think it would be nice for like his third and possibly final banner, he actually um I get another copy of him. I technically don't use what his C3 is connected to. I don't really use it that much, but it would still be C3 Baizu. So it's thinking. Hang on. It's trying to reload. It definitely has had an issue. It does not like sitting long. I have to keep remembering that. But I hope you guys are all having a good time. Um, I uploaded some of the my streams onto YouTube, so if you guys want to watch them, you can kind of see what's been going on. So yeah, I think I'm gonna we'll do this. We'll roll for Baizu, then we'll do Windtrace, then we'll do Cyno Story Quest, because I feel bad letting Baizu's banner slip by without him. And also too, if there's nothing saying I'm not gonna get Sijuin. I have enough for it. And the thing is, even if hang on. Hop back over here. Okay, so it is working now. So let's see. Yep, there we go. I mean, I have 233, so if I do a quick calculation, I'll check out what my kitty is too. I have a guaranteed right now. Let's see, 5. Okay, because the last one was Chi Chi. Also, too, I feel bad for for whatchamacallit, for letting Chi Chi down, because I was like, oh, okay, let's roll to see if we get another Arlecchino, and if not, I'll go for a Baizu constellation. And then Chi Chi showed up. It's like she heard me say Baizu, and she was like, I'm here to help. Baizhu! So I'm like, okay, definitely gonna go for Baizhu. But yeah, so Pity is at 11. So with that, just do some quick calculations. So at max, so 233 minus 80. Okay, that would leave me with 153. And if I minus another 90 from that to see if I get Siege Queen or not, that would be 63. And then I'd either have a guaranteed, or, let's see, it would be plus 20 for the rest of this patch, plus 40 for 4.7, plus another 40 for 4.8, and that would leave me with 163. So, and that's just from like Welkin and doing daily commissions. So I think that would still put me in a good position for an Atlan character if for the first patch. And it's even in an even better situation if I end up losing a 50-50 and not getting Siege Queen. So I think we can do this. All right, so let's do some Baizhu rolling. Because hey, if I'm not gonna roll for my main, who am I gonna roll for, right? All right. I was not planning on doing this tonight, but oh boy. All right, here we go. I was gonna be kind of funny, so like, oh, just wait, he shows up in like the first 10 roll or something. Layla's good though. I had wanted to get more constellations of Layla because she, her shield can go around all your co-op members, and so she ends up being a good person to take with you for co-op. Oh. Oh, that's funny. I know everybody was like, "Where's Kave? Why hasn't Kave been on a banner?" And there he is. He's not on this banner, but he showed up anyway. He's like, "Wait, I should be here too." Oh, I like Kave. I haven't raised him very much because I was so busy with Baizhu, and then we moved right into Fontaine. But I really should raise him a little bit more. But he's a good guy. So, oh. Beto. This is also good because it kind of adds to my Pantalone fund. I'm saving up the that is, geez, 3 4-stars in a pull. That is pretty good. Yeah, but I'm saving up this star glitter to turn it into pulls when I need it for Pantalone. So that way, no matter when he shows up, because I also really like him, that he'll be right there. So. All right, so let's see. So that was 21, and this will be 30. Okay. Oh, there's a Farazan. I think she's already C6'd herself, though. So. Okay, yeah, she C6 herself, but it does give me this the Masterless Star Glitter, which 5 buys you another wish. So it basically is replenishing the pull, or at least the single pull. So okay, so that was 30, and this would be 40. Okay, still pink. Honestly, it would be cool if we got Chevres, because she's the only 4-star I don't currently have. It's a shame that she wasn't on this banner, but she'll show up eventually. Right. Alright, so this next one is 50. Okay. Yeah, I think obviously if you get a 5-star before 50 or 60, you got really lucky. Oh, there's another Layla constellation. Hopefully we won't have to go all the way to 90. But Baizhu was really nice to me in his first banner. So. I mean, I had 180 saved for him. I rolled that whole 180, and he came home 3 times. So I was sort of like, okay. All right, so that was 50, and this would be 60. Oh, here he comes. There he is. It's my C3 Baizhu. The thing is, I don't usually roll for limited constellations, but I like this guy. He's my favorite character, so... But there he is! He also gives me 10 star glares, so that's 2 pulls for Pantalone. So there you go. Alrighty! Awesome! I think what I'll do is I'm just gonna drop 1 pull for his weapon, because I already have it. But having a rank 2 would be nice for it, but I'm only gonna do 110 pull. 110 pull for this, because I do not want to with it. Also, I don't have that bow. That bow's kind of cool, so maybe we'll get that. Oh my gosh! Now I wonder what it's gonna be. If it's his weapon, I'm gonna scream. It's probably not. It's probably a standard, but... Oh my gosh! That is amazing! Oh! And that was a 10 pull. Oh gosh! Oh, oh my gosh! So now he's C3 and his weapon's C3. Oh. That is so lucky. And this is why I'm a Baizhu main. Ah, gee. I've never had that much luck before. That is really nice. Okay, I think we could say this is successful. All right, so let's do this. All right, congratulations, Baizhu. You are now C3. All right, and your weapon is going to be rank 3. So it fits you. Go, and there we go. Oh my gosh. uh, well, there we go. Yeah, I think, let's see. What was my history on this one? Yeah, I had just gotten Arlecchino's weapon too. So two came home in a 10 pull. That is pretty good. And I have 173 left. So by the time Sijui's banner shows up, I will definitely be having the 180. But like I said, I think what I'll do is I will roll to pity on her banner and see if she shows up, and if she does, great, and if she doesn't, then I'll just save that guaranteed for Natland. Oh, that was pretty good. Alright, where's Layla? Layla, where are you? There you are. I want to give you constellations. See. Shooting stars 8 will grant all nearby party members the Dawn Star effect. What's the Dawn Star effect? That's the Curtain of Slumber. Okay. I gave Kave his constellation. And I think everybody else that got constellations for is all done. Yep, and his one talent went up 3 levels. Ironically, I don't use this one a lot. I use this one, but my gosh. That was a really good final push there. Alright, so with all that, now let's move on to Windtrace. Oh, you're that Windtrace guy. You don't remember a thing. They won't be overly complex and weirdly worded, will they? You didn't add any weird gameplay in, did you? Okay, yeah, I was reading this before. It's basically like that one game with the the four teens and the murderer, and like you, in order to get out, you have to go fix these machines so it opens the door. But you're constantly under the threat of getting captured by the murderer. So okay, I'm not so sure about this part because if you don't fix the signaling devices, uh, the hunter will win. And so you can't just be like, okay, I'm just gonna ignore the signal devices and I'm just gonna hide in a tree. All right, let's take a look here. I can turn into a stump. Where is it? I'm right next to it. I am stuck. Well, I tried. I still got a good enough coins. Let's see. Pair bonus. Okay, so you do get benefits. Although I have a feeling that none of the rebels are gonna win ever again. Every time they kind of up it for the rebels, they up it again for the hunter, and the hunter always wins, or almost always wins. All right, let's do it again. And then after this, we'll go over to unlock Cyno story quest. Oh, typical. Arlecchino is the hunter. Eesh. Phew, she almost got me. Ah, shoot. Yeah, I think they made this too hard on the rebels. Well, the one good thing I guess about Windtrace though is that when it gets down to near the end, a lot of people will be like, "Oh yeah, I'm the hunter, but you guys just go ahead and do your thing." Oops, sorry, sir. Um, you just go ahead and do your thing so you guys can get some points because I don't need them. Like right now, if I was being like, "Oh, I went in, but I'm the hunter, but I already have my top amount," you guys just go ahead and do your thing. There've even been situations where like in past Windtrace games, you'd have the like Hunter and the Seekers would like sit down at a table together and just chill. Because it was like, what was the point of hurting people who just wanted points? So, but alrighty. Alright, so let us go do Cyno's second quest. Unlock. A mysterious letter. You and Paimon return to Sumeru to visit some local friends. Okay, before I do that though...
Huh. We haven't seen our Sumeru friends for a while.
Oops, sorry. Oh.
Let's go to Sumeru City and catch up with them!
Okay. I was gonna say, like, oh no, I cut her off. Alright. This is Cyno's quest. I want to put him here.
Who's our next target?
Go. Alright. Oh. Maybe I'll rearrange a little bit, though. There. There. Okay, I think that'll be good. I like having Baizhu first because it makes it so that he is out more. Also, the way I have his artifacts is that he does this.
Mind the side effects.
Creates his bubble, and then that bubble's gonna do like 32,000 damage when it pops. And then while that's going, I switch to Zhongli for shielding, sub DPS or support, and then main DPS. So, all right. Request that. I wanted to do that before I warped because I'm like, I'm gonna warp here and immediately it's gonna start. I don't know if we'll finish it today. It depends on how long it is, but we'll do some. We'll do a good amount of it. I might do kind of a special stream tomorrow morning and just finish it up if we don't finish it today.
Wow, the academia sure is busy during the day. But where should we go looking for people that we know?
Oh, here's
Traveler, Paimon.
Cyno. He shows up immediately. Hi.
Cyno! It's been so long since we last saw you!
Really feels like it's been forever. You look like you've been keeping well.
As do you. You don't seem weary at all from your travels. If anything, you seem stronger.
We've been pacing ourselves.
So, what brings you back here?
Just to say hi.
Oh, nothing in particular. Paimon just saw a really big mushroom out on the road the other day and suddenly missed all our friends in Sumeru.
Oh. The big mushroom.
Funnily enough, we were reminiscing about you recently too. It was at a group dinner. I look forward to hearing about your travels. Something tells me we must have a lot to catch up on.
We've been doing quite a bit in Fontaine.
Really? You were thinking of us too? What a coincidence!
Indeed. Or as I call it, the biryani factor.
Oh no. It's not a these nuts joke, is it? Uh-oh. Like she knows. Not gonna pull that.
You really want me to say the rest? Okay. It's always rice to meet stew again.
Oh gosh. Him and his jokes.
Oh, darn, he said it.
I win the bet, Paimon. Time to pay up.
You like that one, huh? You must if you remember it after all this time. Admit the truth. You have long been in awe of my razor-sharp wit.
Yeah, I guess anyway.
All right. Here's your 500 Mora.
Like, thanks, Cyno. Feels good to hit the jackpot. Thanks, Paimon. Feels good to hit the jackpot.
You're exaggerating. It's only 500 Mora.
Hey, 500 Mora is still a lot of snacks to Paimon.
All right. I'll treat you to some desserts later.
It was nice to be back in Sumeru for a little bit.
Anyway, I'm actually investigating a case right now. My mind is focused on work, which is why I didn't complete the joke at first.
Ah, of course. Yeah, when he's on the job, he doesn't joke around much.
A case? What happened?
Nothing major. But after finding out who was involved, I decided, on reflection, to handle this one myself.
Need any help? We only came here to hang out, so we've got the time. You may as well take us with you, and then when you're done, we can,
Such enthusiasm. Are you worried I'll forget about treating you to some sweets if you're not around to remind me?
What? No! All right, was it really that obvious?
Yes.
Obvious enough. Still, it's a fine idea. You are the heroes of Sumeru. It makes perfect sense to work together. All right, follow me.
Yes, sir. Oathkeeper. Yeah, I know a lot of people on the for Cyno's first quest. People were like, "Oh, I wanted to learn more about him, not about his old master or whatever." So now we seems like we might be actually getting that.
Do you see him? The old man flailing around?
Oh, yep.
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk to about the case?
Correct. His name is Cyrus, a former Spontamod sage. He taught both me and Lisa.
Oh, it's Cyno's dad. His adoptive dad. Oh, look at that! He finally gets a design. He's got a mustache.
Huh? Cyno's teacher is in trouble?
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a spot of gardening, shopping, and wine. What sort of person targets an old retiree?
Professor, I've brought some friends.
Ah, Cyno. Now who do we have here?
Hello, sir.
Hold on, let me think. A flying fairy dressed in white? A youth who does not seem to hail from this land? My goodness. You must be the legendary traveler in Paimon. I've heard all about what you've done for Sumeru.
Wow, looks like we're really famous.
I've told him about you before. You are my friends, after all.
Good to meet you, sir. We're here to help Cyno.
That's right. Let me summarize the situation.
It's kind of funny. He's both Cyno and Cyrus have the bang swoosh covering their one eye.
A couple of days ago, Professor Cyrus suddenly received a threat letter.
Uh-oh. You threatened Cyno's papa? Now you're done for.
A threat letter?
Like, sir, get off of Twitter. You're getting all the hate mail.
Exactly. Who sends a threat letter to an old man like me, for goodness sake?
This is the letter in question.
Oh.
Cyrus, I have uncovered your secret. If you wish to prevent it from going public, leave 10 million mora at the back door of the cafe. Secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. Finally, if you dare to report this to the Matra, there will be consequences.
Ugh. How dare they?
Wow, they sure didn't mince their words.
Clearly, this person must be desperate for Mora.
10 million more. What a joke. I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond the tomatoes in my garden. Where do people think I'm hiding 10 million more, huh? In my tomatoes?
I like Cyrus. He's fun.
There were no witnesses, so currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler, Paimon, let's put our heads together.
Ready when you are.
Paimon's ready too.
All right, take a look. Do you see anything suspicious?
Kind of interesting design here on the back. Also, it's kind of miscolored in places. Didn't come in an envelope. It was simply written on a crude piece of paper and left for Cyrus to find.
Very good. The paper has a rather rough texture. It's not the typical kind you see in most books.
Another thing is, some of these strokes look kind of blurry. Could there be an issue with the ink?
Possibly. And I bet the paper has something to do with it.
Most of the paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. This paper, meanwhile, it's very coarse-grained, almost as if it's made from some sort of plant matter.
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the academia, but the ink is nothing special. Just regular black ink that gets a blue tinge when applied to paper.
So do we think the culprit has a connection with the academia or not?
I would say no.
Wait, check this out. Looks like this part got wet at some point.
I mean, I would say no unless they kind of figure that, and so they actively used not so great stuff so that they wouldn't be pinpointed.
Agreed. The staining suggests it was a colored liquid, not plain water. It also looks like it was wiped off with a damp cloth.
A colored liquid. So, tea? Wine?
A bad feeling.
Looks like we're thinking along similar lines. Let's go talk to Arov. There are some things I'll need him to take care of.
Text Cyrus. Yeah, because from what I know about Cyno's backstory, basically he got the spirit inside of him, and then the academia researchers were trying to basically experiment on him and things, and Cyrus was like the only one who actually showed up and were like, "What the heck are you people doing?" and saved Cyrus or saved Cyno, and then after that he raised him.
Please show me your credentials before
Arov. Ah, there he is.
Oh, Cyrus came with us. I was wondering when he disappeared. I was like, wait a minute.
Mahamatra Cyno. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while.
Yeah, I think we know this guy. He helped us in the last one, I think.
As such, I'm inclined to believe that the culprit in this case is a student at the academia. Somebody young and strapped for cash.
Where would you get that connection? If the paper is not any good.
Oh, one last thing. I'd start your investigation by taking a look at the cafes in the city.
Oh, of course! You think the culprit spilled their coffee on the ladder, huh?
Ah, that's true.
They do look like coffee stains to me. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on a type of scented paper that has aromatics added during the manufacturing process. The kind often provided as writing material for customers in cafes and taverns.
Ah, okay, so that's where we're getting it.
Ah, of course. Yes, like they sell in the gift shops. I remember now. Zaha Hadid bought some a while back. She said she was going to use it as wrapping paper for a vase.
Understood. I'll assemble a team to investigate the points of interest immediately.
You have my gratitude.
One last thing. Send some Matra to guard the entrances and exits of Sumeru City. And change into plain clothes. Don't let them see you coming.
Will do.
On the job.
Great thinking, Cyno. So, where do we think the culprit's at right now?
I doubt they'd go back to the cafe.
Yeah, they've probably been lying low at home waiting to see how Cyrus reacts.
You're right, Paimon.
Really? Which part?
The culprit's approach.
Oh.
Whatever happens, they need this Mora. But just because they warned Professor Cyrus not to go to the Matra, doesn't mean they know what he'll do next. So, like you said, they need to wait and see.
The way his voice is dipping down, I'm like, oh my gosh. He's kind of peeved that someone would target his dad.
And crucially, the culprit said they'd be watching the professor's every move.
Huh? Wait, are you saying...
Sniffing out.
Found you!
Ah! He just randomly picks someone from the crowd.
What are you doing?
You wrote the threat letter!
How do you know?
I don't know what you're talking about. What threat letter?
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relatively well hidden for someone reckless enough to threaten Professor Cyrus.
Yeah, like I said, you threaten his dad, you're in trouble.
There are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arav. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
Whoa.
I was just listening in, that's all. You know something big's going down when Mahamatra Cyno shows up, right? So I got a little curious. What's the big deal?
You smiled when Arav left. I saw it as clear as day.
Mm.
Is smiling a crime now?
There are coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water, gently smeared it onto the paper, then wiped it off with a wet cloth, all to create the impression that the letter was written at a cafe. Closing off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because you already live here. And as long as the Matra were focused on the cafes, you would be free from scrutiny.
Wow. He's able to figure this out really easily.
The cafe was a red herring all along. You had to be somewhere where you could monitor the professor's movements.
It's so funny seeing Paimon floating in the background here. Like, this is such a dramatic shot, and then Paimon.
You can't pin this on me. I haven't done anything.
Really? Then why are you shaking like a leaf? The innocent have no reason to fear the Matra. But you... Your heart's racing, and your eyelids are twitching. You're a terrible liar.
I would never...
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price. Now come with me.
Oh. I expected the case to be a lot longer than that, but
Well, that was over quickly. Cyno already caught the guy.
I have a feeling there, though, of course, because we haven't gotten to see Sethos yet, so this is one of those, it's just gonna kind of get the ball rolling.
You're telling me. One minute I go out for a quick smoke, the next minute I see Arav already on his way back to meet up with Cyno. Looked like a young guy, too. Couldn't have been much more than 30. But after what he's done, I'm afraid he's ruined his whole future.
Yeah, it's not good to threaten people.
Everyone, it's all over.
Good.
Gosh, that was so fast!
The culprit's name is Uraka, a 16-year-old student in the Rataoe Starshan.
He's only 16? My gosh.
Huh?
16? Cyrus thought he looked 30-something!
So he probably can't tell ages very well.
We checked his records. He's 16, a third-year student.
How can you be a third-year student at 16?
But he looks so old.
They like, whoa.
Yeah, seriously.
Foolish child. He's too young for the criminal life. What the devil drove him down this path?
I was gonna agree too. I was like, he did not look 16.
We questioned the culprit regarding his motives. He,
Oh, just spit it out. Nothing can surprise me at this point.
very well. It's our understanding that Uraka is a mediocre student who has been underperforming in his classes. He started taking extra tutoring to improve his grades, but developed a gambling habit around the same time and lost a lot of mora.
Yeah, then he is only himself to blame.
Down on his luck, he went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement. They mentioned that he's always arguing about his tomato plants with some old woman on the street.
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious, has that rascal attended a single one of his classes? That old woman is Kasharwar's very own professor, Zaha Hadi. How can he not know who Zaha Hadi is?
I feel kind of bad because I'm not sure who Zahad Hadi is. But, well, actually, no, I think I do know who she is. We end up seeing her during, Kave's, or one of Kave's hangouts.
Is this going somewhere?
Oh, right, yes. So another thing. We don't just argue about tomato plants. And what are they trying to insinuate by comfortable retirement? A man grows a few vegetables and suddenly he's living a life of luxury?
A few vegetables.
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time to grow vegetables in the first place.
Uraka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring and kept it for himself instead of reporting it to the academia.
What?
Uraka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement. And given your advanced age, he thought you'd be an easy target to blackmail.
I find this kind of funny, though. He says believes money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement. He retired. That's what you're supposed to do, not focus on your job anymore. Oh, gosh.
Oh, Uraka. I'm at a loss for words. I'm so angry I don't know where to start.
People make up rumors all the time. I am quite confident that Professor Cyrus has never embezzled a mora in his life.
Arav, you'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Uraka again later. I need you to deliver a few firm fistfuls to him on my behalf.
Oh, he's really mad.
I completely understand how you feel, Sir Cyrus, but I'm afraid that course of action goes against the Matra's principles.
And I was like, Dad, don't get upset.
Professor, there's no need to be childish about this.
Oh, come on. I was clearly joking.
Okay. Where does this go from here?
The academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary action against the student. And as for the individuals spreading rumors about the professor's obsession with tomatoes and some old woman on the street, there could be a slander case here. The Matra will continue to investigate.
Who said I'm obsessed with some old woman on the street? Mind your wording or you'll start a whole new rumor. You seem confused. Oh, don't you understand? Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and very stupid decision based on some groundless rumor he heard. Besides, I didn't actually hand over any Mora to him. The whole thing sounds a lot worse than it is. All it costs me is a little reputational damage. That's all.
Please rest assured, Professor, that the Academia will issue a fair and reasonable punishment.
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still like to have a serious conversation with the boy's parents. Their family lives in the city, yes?
Correct.
Uh-oh. The way Cyno's side, he's like, uh-oh, I know where this is going.
We looked into the family. Both parents are merchants and they're often away on business. They've never taken much of an active role in their children's lives.
Uh-oh, so they're bad parents.
Oh, what a mess.
Cyrus is taking this very personally.
You don't have to seal the evidence away yet, do you? I'd like to have that letter back for the time being, if possible. I need something concrete for when I talk to the family tonight. We have to show them how serious this situation is.
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Uraka's punishment. You can hold on to the letter for now. Just make sure to return it within a couple of days.
Oh, so you'll be able to close the case in 2 days?
Give or take, cases like this are quick to resolve.
There, we found the guy.
Very good. Well, thank you for all your help. Perhaps we can all go for a meal together. Oh, my treat, of course.
Tomatoes.
My apologies, Sir Cyrus, but I have a prior commitment. Enjoy the meal, everyone.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a pity. But Cyno, you have to come. You found the culprit at record speed, and I owe you for that. Ah, and isn't Tighnari in town at the moment? Bring him along, too.
Oh. It's like, ooh, Tighnari, bring your boyfriend.
Wait, you mean Tighnari's in the city?
Oh. I like how Louise smiled and she's all like, yay, Tighnari. I mean, Tighnari, to be honest, is like one of the first characters we met in Sumeru, and it was him and Colette. So it's like, oh yeah, Tighnari, he saved our lives.
Tighnari's master, Sir Nephis, called him and Kale to the Academia to help out on a project. They should be at Nephis's office at this hour.
Oh, so we got some Tighnari lore.
Though I must say, I'm surprised you're extending an invitation to Tighnari. Did you do something to offend Sir Nephis?
Uh-oh.
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends me all the time. It's never the other way around.
Uh-oh. They're fighting.
Anyway, hurry up and fetch Tighnari. I'll head over to the tavern with the Traveler and Paimon. See you there. Go on now. Don't keep us waiting.
He's so a dad. I like it. It's kind of funny. Sumeru is so like stacked up on top of each other that this says, "Oh, it's 111 meters away or miles away," and technically it is. But in order to get there, you have to drop down. Be like, okay. You basically gotta jump off and then float down this way. Okay. But right before I do that, I will be right back. I have to go get something. Alright, I have returned. Okay, so let us continue. Oh, look at the smoke coming out. Oh,
Not to brag, but we never had problems like this at Ratawa Hist back when I was still teaching. And if you don't want to take my word for it, you can ask them. They were students at the time. They'll tell you what it was like, won't they?
uh-oh.
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a colossal workload from Master. It wrought havoc on my poor tail, so I didn't exactly keep up to date with what was going on at the academia.
He sounds so good. I know when his voice changed, a lot of people were like, "Oh, I liked his old voice," but it was but it was only because you weren't used to the new one. Now it sounds so natural. It's just like, nope, there you go. That's the voice.
Most of what I know, I heard from Cyno after the fact.
Professor's become a lot more laid back in his retirement. He used to be far stricter, and was especially known for being extremely principled.
He still is technically.
Wow. It's hard enough to stay true to your principles as a normal person. I can't imagine doing that as a sage.
Oh, he finally gets to meet Colette, his granddaughter, basically.
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the time. I would have happily taken her on as a student.
And then we'd have one more person who has to address Lisa as upper-class woman.
Oh.
Really? Can't you just call her Lisa? She seems to prefer it when people treat her like an older sister.
Oh, believe me, back when she was a student, nothing made her happier than the younger students acknowledging her seniority.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this? We don't want to take advantage.
Oh, don't worry about it. Order whatever you like. And if it's not enough, order some more. After all your help today, treating you to dinner is the least I can do.
Honestly, we didn't do much. Cyno did everything.
I thought I heard some familiar voices.
Oh, Kave.
And Sir Cyrus is here as well.
Oh, look at that. Everybody's gathering up.
Oh, Kave, it's been a while. Zahahadi was talking about you last month. How have you been?
Yep, that's true, because we were doing his, when you do his, hangout, part of it is we go talk to her about his mom, so.
I've been all right, thank you. You're looking very well, sir. I'm glad to see it.
Have you eaten yet? Care to join us?
Yep, we got enough food.
That's awfully kind of you, but I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry just yet. I'll have dinner a little bit later tonight.
Oh.
I just came to Lombard's to buy some wine, and when I heard some voices I recognized, I thought I'd come and say hello.
Hello.
So what's the occasion, anyway? Some sort of celebration?
We cracked a case.
Consolation, more like. You wouldn't believe the day I've had.
Sounds like things have really gone downhill since I was there. My whole time as a student, I've never heard of anything remotely like that.
I can't believe how young the guy is. Oh, what are his parents going to think?
Colette is such a cute little bean.
Young people are always more susceptible to making rash and ill-advised decisions. Their minds are still developing. It's just an unfortunate fact of life.
It's funny. Kaveh did indeed sit down.
But still, this boy has some nerve. Just look at what he wrote. Oh, it makes my blood boil.
Wow, yeah. Jeez.
I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. And then he just followed you into the house of Dana?
If this were my son, oh, he'd get the scolding of a lifetime. Oh.
Ooh.
Luckily, I'm also an extremely principled person.
Oh yeah, look at that. He's like, if he was my son, blah 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 blah. Oh, I am also actually, because he's Cyrus's son.
Kave! Your order's ready, sir!
Coming. I'll have to get going. Have a nice evening, everyone. I'll catch you all another time.
It's great seeing you, Kaveh.
Okay, bye-bye!
Here I am. The coffee beans are in here too.
Coffee beans.
Yep, it's all there. I'll stop babbling away now. Let's eat before the food gets cold.
That was nice.
Ooh.
Oh, too tasty. Paimon's belly is about to explode.
Oh, mine too. I'll have to walk home to burn some of it off.
Why do I have a bad feeling?
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus. Master Tainari and I will bring you some homemade herbal tea next time. It'll do wonders for your sleep.
Well, I look forward to that. In fact, could I trouble you to bring a little extra for the other old folks on my street? I'll be the envy of the neighborhood.
No problem at all. I'll pack some up and bring it over.
Thank you for treating us.
Ah, I'll see you all later. I better head home now and tend to the crops.
Good night, Professor. Don't let those tomatoes keep you up too late.
Hey, my tomatoes are serious business. I am not about to be beaten by Zaha Hadid. Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children. I bid you all a good night.
Right.
Take care. Have a safe trip home.
Don't jinx it.
All right. Now, we finally have some us time.
I find this funny. He's like, oh, we have some us time. And meanwhile, we got this guy over here just listening in. Like,
What do you mean, us time?
Well, I was talking with Tainari and Kale, and since we all have some free time, we thought we could all go camping together. Think of it as our way of welcoming you back to Sumeru.
yeah, that guy is definitely listening to us. Camping, it sounds so fun.
Camping? Oh, that sounds fun. Paimon's in.
Yeah, it sounds really fun. Time to show off my tent pitching skills.
Right? It's been so long since we did something fun together. I can't wait.
Everyone, let's meet tomorrow afternoon at the riverbank to the southeast of Gandharvaville. No need to bring anything. We've already packed everything for the trip. Just bring your delightful selves and prepare to have some fun.
Oh, it definitely sounds like they had already planned on going on the trip, but then the traveler showed up and they're like, let's bring the traveler. Yeah, let's let's do that.
You got it. We'll be there.
You.
Great. Then we'll see you tomorrow.
You know, that was all very cute. I have a really bad feeling, though.
Kinda set off. Let's head to the southeast of Gandharvaville and meet up with the others.
I don't know why, but I feel kind of like walking it. Wow, they weren't kidding. They really did get it all set up.
We're here! Wow, you guys are ahead of the game. You set up the tents already.
Oh, nice setup too.
I'd say we're right about on schedule, actually. We were aiming to have them set up before you arrived.
Traveler, Paimon, let's go fishing together. Whatever we catch, we can grill for dinner tonight. You got it! Dinner's on us tonight! I hope I can contribute too. The other Forest Watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago. I'm really looking forward to giving them a try.
That's really nice. I think this is actually the first time we've seen Kule again since she got cured. So,
I saw some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered a few for us. I'll leave them here along with some fresh fruit.
Wow, camping with a Forest Watcher is the way to go! They think of everything! And even if they don't, they can improvise!
This is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
Dari's watching out for you.
So, how has everything been going for you?
Well, there's been some high points and low points, but we've had some unforgettable experiences along the way.
That's for sure. I mean, we almost had a, whatchamacallit, an entire region of people almost disintegrated.
I see. Oh, in that case, you should try a Valberry. I bought some from the market this morning.
A valuable suggestion. Just don't bury your feelings using food.
Signari's like, oh my gosh.
All I wanted was to recommend something bittersweet.
Oh, I have a sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff. Bye!
Bye. She's like, I'm out of here. They're making jokes. Zoom.
She sure made a run for it.
She's like, oh no, my dads are starting their jokes. I'm out of here. She made a run for it.
Unbelievable. She made a run for it.
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. Could it be she foresaw what shall soon come to pass?
Uh-oh. Oh, was a shine.
My dear friend, you know what I am about to say.
It's genius invocation time, not now.
Excellent. A kindred spirit. A great warrior can sense when a duel is nigh.
Yeah.
But it looks like we'll get told off if we start playing now. Let's enjoy the nature for a while longer.
He's like, oh yes, let's play. And then he looks over, and his boyfriend is pouting at him. It's like, yeah, let's not right now. Yeah, birds chirping away, the soothing sound of running water. This is nice. No agenda, just relax and enjoy myself. Yeah, watch. Something bad's gonna happen.
We got a bite!
I'll reel it in.
Firewood, spices, snacks, and drinks. Everything's ready. Once Kale gets back, we can light up the fire and start grilling.
This is really nice. Yeah, she hasn't had a day off for a long, long time.
There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
How about the one on the left? Well, Paimon just thinks the ambiance here is a little better.
True. But it's also the closest to the water. If there are any sleepwalking fungi around tonight, they might stumble into your tent.
This is FYI.
Well, that's no good. Take my weapon. You can use it to bar the entrance.
Anyone would think you were sealing the gates to King Deshret's mausoleum.
Excellent. Then this tent will be an impenetrable fortress.
It's like, gonna protect the traveler in her sleep.
I'm back! How's your appetites? Ready for the barbecue? Always. Oh, it smells so good. Paimon's drooling.
Someone sure is desperate to eat. I think it's time to add the seasoning. How do you like your skewers? Well done. Medium. Rare.
Rare?
Wait, what? Isn't that just for steaks? Hey, if it works for steak, maybe it works for other things too.
As long as you're careful, you gotta cook chicken all the way through. No rare chicken.
Medium well for me.
Okay, these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone who wants theirs well done.
Oh, I'm gonna dig in.
Oh, that was so delicious. If Paimon's stomach had space, she'd eat 3 more skewers. I ate a lot too. Here comes the food coma.
Oh, Colet's getting sleepy.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon. Why don't you guys head to your tents? Cyno and I will clean up.
Aw, this is such a little family. It's so cute.
Tonight I show you mercy. Our sacred duel will take place another day.
Good night. Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Oh, don't forget this. The staff of the Scarlet Sands.
Oh, actually, is gonna put it up there. Look at Paimon.
Wait, you were actually being serious about that?
It's a very powerful weapon. Try it.
Paimon can't even lift that thing.
Fair enough. You sure you don't want it?
Hey, if you're gonna give me a free 5-star weapon, I'll take it.
Yeah, Paimon's sure. We'll be fine. And even if we do get an uninvited guest in the night, Paimon will be here to take care of the traveler.
Oh. Oh. Let's not forget, I have my own trusty sword, a divine artifact, slayer of countless vile monsters. The dull blade.
That reminds me of a parting king of invocations. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. But right now, it's time to rest. Sleep well and sweet dreams.
I think they should all be here.
Oh.
Traveler? Paimon? Are you in there? Could you come outside for a sec?
Uh-oh. He brought Alhyson with him, too.
Look at this.
What the? What's this sword doing here? Is it supposed to keep out intruders?
Oh.
Evidently.
It's my lock.
Huh? Who is it? Oh, what time do you call this? Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah!
Going back to sleep.
Oh, hey them, Kave! What are you doing here? It's the middle of the night!
Huh? Why'd they come all the way out here?
Sorry to wake you up at this hour of the night, but we've got a situation on our hands.
Oh, I knew it. Something wrong.
Let's get dressed and talk about it outside.
Something has come up. And since it pertains to Cyrus and Cyno, I deemed it essential to inform you all.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning.
like, don't be that blunt. What's happened?
Huh? Where'd the wine cups go? I could have sworn I left them here after I washed them. Ah, there they are.
I'll have a cup too.
Can you see if the cookies are still on the table?
Oh gosh, this is such a married couple too.
They are, and so are the fruits.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few bottles of what Cyno's group was drinking last night.
Do tell. What were they drinking?
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I went to the tavern to pick up some things. He was hosting a dinner for Cyno, Tighnari, Kale, and the Traveler and Paimon.
They're actually not fighting. Oh, that's nice. I like the fact that they can have a civil conversation.
Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. At least, I think that's what it was. It looked pretty good.
Sounds like they're all tangled up in this.
You know what it's about, right? 16-year-old kid tried to extort Cyrus. He was asking for 10 million mora.
I heard some people talking about it on the streets, yes. Didn't take them long to catch the culprit. The sages are probably dealing with the case by now.
I wonder what Sir Nephis and the others will make of it. Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter, too. It was crudely written, but the paper had this beautiful pattern on it that I've never seen before. Really caught my eye. Give me a sec, I'll sketch it out for you.
Reading.
Okay, done. Take a look. You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around before. God knows where the culprit got it from.
Interesting. These are all motifs associated with the tribes of the desert.
What? Really?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire, similar to the kind found on some ancient palaces. And the crisscrossing and mirroring here, I recognize that too. It bears a striking resemblance to an ancient emblem, one that hasn't been used in a very long time.
Whose emblem is it?
It's the emblem of the Temple of Silence.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound good.
After discussing it with each other, we both agreed that something didn't feel right, so we went looking for you. This was a long way to come from the city. Alhaitham figured you were probably with Tighnari, so Gandharvaville was our first stop, but the Forest Watchers told us that you'd gone camping. Then, just as we were heading off to the campsite, we ran into Cyno. He said he was on a supply run. We exchanged a few words, and then he ran off.
Uh-oh. He knows what's going on.
Hold on. So what's the deal with that emblem you were talking about? The Temple of Silence, you said? What is that? Should we be worried?
Is everything okay? Give me a second. Let me get Kale.
So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence? Well, to put it simply, it's an organization that has existed in Sumeru for over 1,000 years.
I'm kind of holding my breath here because Alhaitham and Kaveh haven't snipped and sniped and yelled at each other, and so I'm kind of like, if it goes well, I'll be kind of feeling like, ooh, Alhaitham finally is going in a direction that's not him being a jerk, and I'll be able to like him a little bit more.
These days, You can find a Temple of Silence office in the Academia. Theoretically, it's responsible for the custody and disposal of information and documents not fit for public dissemination. At least, that's what they tell the outside world. In truth, it's essentially a vestigial institution nowadays. There's an office with their name on it, but it's functionally obsolete. Historically speaking, the original Temple of Silence is said to have been established by Hermanubis, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret and the greatest of all sages. Most of the organization's members hailed from the desert.
Oh, yeah. That thing is what's in Cyno.
By contrast, none of the Academia Temple's current members are from the desert region, nor do they use any symbols connected with the desert folk.
So the Temple of Silence at the Academia is just a fake? Wow.
It's possible. The real question is, why? My guess is they're covering something up.
So, how do you know all this? Sounds like some pretty top secret stuff.
Well, he is the scribe. He's like the second, right underneath the sages.
Did you forget? He did a stint as acting Grand Sage, and kept the pay raise even after he resigned.
Oh, it's a pay raise, yeah.
Oh, yeah! Paimon did totally forget about that. So you took the chance to read all the top secret documents while you were acting Grand Sage, huh?
If you're asking me whether I familiarized myself with the documentation in my office, I would respond that that's a perfectly normal part of any job.
Oh, he's like, I'm not saying anything.
So much about this doesn't make sense. Why did the emblem of the Temple of Silence appear on a threat letter from an Academia student to Cyrus? The student's only 16 and doesn't have any family ties to the desert. So where could he have seen that emblem or gotten the paper?
You said you ran into Cyno, yes? Did you tell him what you've just told us?
Uh-oh.
Yep. He ran off as soon as he heard what we said.
Understandable.
Given that Cyrus is involved, he's probably halfway through solving the case by now. Still, we should try to catch up with him. At this hour of the night, Cyno will probably go looking for Cyrus at his current residence.
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the truth, the sudden appearance of this emblem can't be good. It's sure to stir up trouble. We should pay a visit to the Academia.
Yes. As the Sage of Amorta, my master ought to know the truth about their office. You can ask him to tell you what he knows. The more information we have, the better prepared we'll be for whatever happens there.
If this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence, the emblem has to be part of a bigger conspiracy.
Kale, could I trouble you to send a message to the Core of 30? Tell them to keep an eye out for Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, you two come with me. We'll go after Cyno.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Cyrus has been living in the city lately. He rented a place near the field so he can keep an eye on his tomato plants.
Then let's go look for him there.
Gotta check this out first. This is so neat. You know what? I think actually it's getting kind of late, so I think we'll call it there for right now. But I'll probably stream tomorrow morning and finish this up because I want to know obviously what happens. It's just getting kind of late for me. So, all right. Back to who we're chatting. 1 second. That was fun. It's nice seeing the Traveler actually get a break. I mean, I knew something bad was gonna happen but at least the whole camping and being able to hang out with friends and stuff lasted long enough. So, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming. And if you are watching this on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe. I upload the videos. If you'd like to catch me live, you can on Twitch. I try to stream 4 or 5 days a week in the evening, so you guys can come watch if you want. And there we go. Yeah. So just quick to tomorrow. We'll probably stream some Genshin in the morning. I don't have it on my schedule, but since we're not done, probably stream some Genshin in tomorrow morning, and then maybe some Honkai Star Rail in the evening. Then we're going to take a break on Thursday. Friday will be a bit more Genshin, and then on Sunday, Withering Waves is going to have a live stream. I don't know if it's going to have subtitles because apparently it's going to be in Chinese. So I don't know if they're going to have subtitles, but we can still watch it. And because on the 22nd, Withering Waves is going to be coming out. So it's really super exciting. But anyway, but thank you everybody for joining, and I hope to see you again later. Okay, bye.